Hello. When I was 3 years old, I ended up in hospital with croup, and one of my earliest memories is standing in a cot, holding onto the bars and feeling absolutely furious. I was admitted in the middle of the night, and my parents came to see me the following morning, and my mum vividly remembers as well this sort of image of me with my face bright red and screwed up in absolute fury. First of all, because I hadn't got my teddy bear, and secondly because I was 3 whole years old and they put me in a cot, and I'd been in a bed for about 1.5 years, and I was just mortified, and life felt really unfair, and I felt like I'd got no control over what was happening. And that was my first memory of life feeling out of control, but it's certainly not the last. And I wanted to talk this morning about living with uncertainty. I was going to talk about coping with uncertainty, but I thought actually I want to talk about living with uncertainty, because there's something about us not just coping, but trying to thrive as well as just survive in uncertain times. And I'm finding things, like many other people, really difficult at the moment, just in terms of the not knowing what's happening, not knowing how to plan for the future, really missing friends and family and the normal things of life. And I know for many of you, there's a lot of uncertainty around, not just in the day-to-day things of life, but also with regard to exams and the future and what that's going to look like. And so I thought it'd be really helpful just to think about that this morning. Not that I've got any massive answers, but really for us just to spend some time reflecting on how we live with uncertainty. What keys are there perhaps to help us during times which feel uncertain and difficult? Lack of certainty and feeling that life is a bit out of control is really hard, because we're hardwired as individuals, as people, as humankind, to crave security and safety. It's a basic human need, the need to feel safe, the need for life to feel predictable and manageable. And so when we face uncertainty, even in small things, it can send us into a spin. It can leave us feeling a bit lost, maybe overwhelmed. And when we face uncertainty at the level that we're facing at the moment, then there's bound to be really strong reactions in our own lives, in our emotions, in the ways that we think about life and our choices and decisions. We can feel overwhelmed. We can feel that we don't know what to do next. We can feel really low or angry. We perhaps have a sense of loss about the things that we're missing out on. We can have a sense of uncertainty that means that we procrastinate about what to do because we can't see the point in things, or maybe we don't quite know why we're doing things or what's most important to do at any one time. We can just feel a little bit lost and just down and frustrated with life in general, or with things specifically that we're facing. So there can be all sorts of different things going round in our minds, in our emotions, when we're facing times of uncertainty. And I think the first thing that I want to say really is that that is completely normal. I'd love to have a really sort of quick top tips for dealing with uncertainty, and you do this, this and this and it'll all be okay. But actually it's really, really difficult, and for many of us we will find this season really hard, and that's okay. It's all right to feel a bit lost. It's okay to feel a sense of frustration or anger, or just a sense of not knowing. It's okay to feel overwhelmed at times. And one of the things that I think can be really helpful in this kind of season is to accept where we are, to accept the emotions we feel, and to just allow ourselves to feel those things, even if they feel a little bit negative. Sometimes difficult emotions are hard to kind of sit with, but people who've done research into these kinds of things say that actually allowing ourselves to feel frustrated or angry or sad or a bit lost or overwhelmed, that's actually an important part of our emotional journey. So allow yourself to feel what you feel, and recognise too that others will understand, because all of us are in the same situation. I've certainly not experienced anything like this level of uncertainty in my lifetime, and as staff, many of us are wrestling with the same sense of uncertainty as you are. Another thing that can be really helpful in these kinds of seasons is to remember uncertain times that you've got through before, difficulties that you faced and that you've been able to overcome. They may be quite small things in comparison with the challenges of this particular time, but all of us have faced things, all of us have shown resilience in certain situations. We all have experience of overcoming difficulties and reminding ourselves of how resilient we are, of the things that we can do, of the positive things about ourselves. That can be really helpful too. And when it comes to positivity, I think thinking about not just possible negative outcomes, but also trying to imagine what the positives could be in the future can be really helpful too. It's so easy to think of worst case scenarios, but what your teachers are telling you is absolutely true, that you are really well prepared for this, that the staff are really well prepared for this, and whatever comes out in this season, whatever the government's plans are, we are going to be okay. And at Derby High we're really well prepared and structured to take these next steps, whatever they look like, and see everyone succeed. So particularly to those of you in exam years, just want to say, please trust what you're hearing, and do believe us when we say that it is going to be okay, and that you are going to be well supported and well prepared for whatever comes. Finally, I just want to echo what Mrs. Bellman said last week about little wins. When we're feeling that we're facing times of uncertainty, it is really tempting to just feel overwhelmed by everything that needs to be done, or all the questions that we have. And particularly for those of you who, like me, like to plan ahead and are finding it's really difficult to plan, I'd just like to really encourage you to think again about what Mrs. Bellman said about little wins, about doing those small things that you can do, maybe planning things that you can do in these next few weeks, the next few days even, but not necessarily thinking big picture, thinking small stuff, taking it a step at a time, and trying to think about how you can take small steps each day to get towards whatever goals that you have. So please try not to panic. Whatever situation you're in, whether you're in an exam year and you're concerned about what's going to happen around assessments, or whether, like many of us, you're simply looking at the sort of global and local situations and faced with uncertainty about what the next steps are for us as a school or for you as an individual. Try and live with that uncertainty for this season. Don't be worried if you're finding it hard. It's completely normal. Try and think about some of the positive outcomes, and remember how resilient and strong you actually are, that you can do this. You are able and equipped to get through this season. I'd like to finish with a kind of a prayer reflection that I found and I've adapted from somebody else. And it's a simple prayer for times of uncertainty. So let's just take a moment to reflect. You might want to think about where you're at in this season, and then I'm going to say this prayer for all of us. Lord, in this time of uncertainty, help us to be prepared but not anxious, to be aware but not in despair, to be careful but not fearful, to be joyful but not careless, to be gentle with ourselves and with others. Amen. I hope that's given you something to think about. And even if you can just hold on to one thing that will help you live in these times of uncertainty, I'd encourage you to do that. Maybe just think of one thing that you could take today and put into practice. And I look forward to seeing you soon.